guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and in this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you what I call like my antipasto salad pizza. Sounds ridiculous and crazy, I'm aware, but it is absolutely delicious, and once you have it, no other pizza is the same. You're gonna have to just trust me. It's basically like a white pizza, and then we top it with an antipasto salad, and everything together is absolute heaven. And I teased you on Instagram with it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, the link is down below. Please do. We have a lot of fun over there. I just shared with you what's in my fridge, so do that. And so many of you are like, I want to see the recipe. I want to see the recipe. So I'm going to show it with you today. We're going to make a really quick and easy pizza dough. You're going to love it. Let's make the dough. All you need for this is some flour, some salt. In here I've got active dry yeast and a pinch of sugar. I'm going to add that to some warm water. Dun, 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 dun. Now, you're going to set that aside because you want that yeast to bloom, right? You want that yeast to activate. So once it starts to look foamy on top, then you know we are in business. And then you just need a drizzle of olive oil. And then we've got a little bit of garlic that I grated in a little bit of oil. And then you need a little bit of ricotta, some shredded mozz, seasoning of your choice. I like to use a mixture of oregano, hot pepper flakes, and some garlic. Sort of like the typical things you find on a pizza, right? And then you're going to need your toppings for your antipasto portion, which I'll share with you in just a little bit later. But I'm just going to wait for this to bloom, and then we move on to the next step. Yeast is nice and foamy. You can see that is doing good things. That's what you always want to see. I'm going to add that to my dry mixture, which is just flour and salt. And I'm going to just hit that with a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm just going to go ahead and allow my best friend here to do the work for me. And this is just going to knead for a few minutes or until it's really soft and really pillowy. I'll show you what it looks like when it's there. I do have one ready. A girl likes to eat. A girl don't want to wait another hour. So as I was getting ready for this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a batch so that it can rise while I get ready. That way we're that much closer to eating it. And plus, who would I be without more dough in the fridge overnight? Who would I be? I wouldn't even have, like, I don't even know. It wouldn't be me, right? So I'm just going to let this go, and once it's there, I'll show you what it looks like. She is beautiful. That's perfect. Nice and tacky. You don't want it to be sticky, okay? If it is, just add like a dusting of flour. But that looks great. Pull it together in a ball. In an oiled bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, put it somewhere warm. These days, with as hot as it's been, probably just leave it anywhere because it's so hot. It's gonna rise in no time at all. I'm gonna go wash my hand, move this guy, and then we start rolling. Look at that, all the satisfaction. All right, this was rising for about an hour. I've got a baking sheet here. This is I believe this is a 15 by 10. I'm probably just going to stretch it out as much as possible, but not too thin, like so. This is really easy, so there's not a lot of rolling going on. I also, at this point, have my oven preheated to 450. I want to cook this fast. I told y'all I'm hungry. I told y'all I do not have patience today, okay? And then I've got a little bit of garlic and olive oil. I want to give my base really good flavor from the off, you know, just like any good white pizza. Put that all over that. You know that's going to be good. You know that's going to be delicious. Okay, next, we've got a little bit of ricotta. Smear that nice and evenly. This is just going to add really great flavor. So it's kind of like you're making a white pizza with an antipasto salad on top. You know what else you can do with this, which I've done, and it's fabulous? You can grill the pizza. Instead of putting it in the oven, you can grill it, but this is just a little bit easier. And, you know, just easier, that's all. And if you do this on the grill, you obviously want to do it without the baking sheet. You just want to put it directly on the grill. It would be lovely. You'd have a beautiful grilled white pizza. Okay. And then you take a little bit of mozz, a little bit, a lot of it, you know. You do you. Remember, especially when it comes to pizzas or things like that where you don't need specific measurements or specific amounts of things or particular items. Do whatever you want. And then a little bit of your seasoning. And now this is just going to go into my hot oven for about 10-ish minutes or so until it's golden brown and crispy. And then we make the salad. Pizza is done. The edge and the bottom is a gorgeous golden brown crisp. The cheese is golden and bubbly. It's been resting for about 5 minutes. You want it to rest for just a few minutes. Now we're gonna get going on the salad portion, right? So in this bowl, you really want to add anything that you would add to like an antipasto salad. And it's a great way to clean out what you've got in the fridge or to just use your staples. So what I've got here today is some chopped up salami, some fresh mozz, some pepperoncinis, some olives, tomato, roasted peppers, some onion. And this is going to be like the base. Then I'm going to have some romaine lettuce. I'm going to add to it. And now ordinarily I would grate in some garlic and olive oil, but I have some of this left, some of the garlic oil that I made for the pizza. So I'm going to just add that garlic oil instead of having to grate any extra. And we're basically making my garlic parmesan dressing, right? So you just need a little bit of vinegar. And you need a little bit of salt because you want to season every single layer of your dish. Some parm. Like I said, we're basically making a dressing, but this is incredibly versatile. You can do whatever your heart desires. So you can add more things, less things. Artichokes are great. I'm going to do a bit more oil. Artichokes are great. Provolone would be fantastic. Prosciutto. I mean, you name it, you can add it. So once you give everything a little bit of a stir, you're going to add in your greens. I sort of do this last minute so that they don't wilt too much because the vinegar tends to do that. Add that in. It looks a little tiny bit dry. I'm just going to add a bit more vinegar. This is going to be so good. Artichokes are great on here. Pretty much anything. Like I said, if you put it in an antipasto salad, you should be putting it on here. Bring this closer to me. If you've never had this before, you are missing out. And if it looks weird, don't knock it till you try it. When I posted about it on Instagram, I had a ton of people tell me that they've had this before and loved it. So I am glad that I am not alone because it's a delicious world, the antipasto salad pizza. Trust me. Heap that on there. Add as much or as little as you want. Admittedly, this is a fork and knife situation, but you know, I'm gonna make do. I'm short, so get your pizza cutter. This is a pizza cutter, by the way. It's perfect for things like this. Rock it back and forth, sort of like a mezzaluna. And I'm just gonna do whatever. Got this corner with my name written on it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm gonna declare this the pizza of summer of 2020. Delicious. Crispy. I mean, beautiful. Perfectly balanced in every way. You're gonna love it. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. Let me know what toppings you're gonna put on it. Tag me on Instagram and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, I told you the recipe, laurainthekitchen.com. I'll see you next time.